What is going on, YT? It's your girl Josie, y'all. Welcome back for another video. Y'all, we about to go ahead and get into this real quick. No, I ain't gonna be talking about Liverpool and Jazz Mundo. I love when the Erics call them that. Y'all know what's going on up over there. If you want to know the tea, going on over to TMR channel and the Erics and get your tea, okay? Get your tea. But what we are about to watch is our girl, Arlette, honey. Arlette has changed it up a bit, honey, and she got a new series called Blind Date Love, honey, and it is less than an hour. You heard me. You heard me. I said it is less than an hour. So we about to get into it. Let me go ahead and pull her up right now. Go ahead and pull her up right now. All right. This is our first contestant here. Let's go ahead and hit play on this bad boy. See what it is. Hey. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Hey. 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 Hey, girl. Hey. Yeah. Come on, girl. Get it, Arlette. Get it, Arlette. Get her, Arlette, 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 Arlette. Ow. Ow. Okay, Marianne. Leave Hurricane. Oh, wait a minute. What is going on? Oh, okay. Pretty smile. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, watch. Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. What is going on? All right. It's serious. It's serious. The single lady, okay. Oh, she pretty. She got a smile. You black dress. Her nails done. Her hair lit. You believe in God. You talking. Hey. We want to see your shoes. We want to see your shoes. Because shoes matter too.
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
Yes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here today with Blind Date Love. Now, before we begin, if you'd like to be featured in any of these upcoming episodes, the submission form will be linked in the description box below. Make sure you go ahead and fill that out. Now, this is...
Can we just give a hand clap to Arlette, baby? Because Arlette hair, makeup, just her whole personality is just beautiful. We just love us some Arlette, okay? Just come on, Arlette, do your thing.
It's going to be separate from Pop the Balloon. So if you want to be featured in this specific segment of Blind Date Love, you go ahead and click on that submission form below just to go ahead and be considered, and we'd love to have you on.
Eyebrows.
So let's go ahead and get started. As you see here, we do have our wonderful single lady next to me. I'm going to go ahead and have you introduce yourself.
Yo, we mad Arlette about that.
Sherelle. I'm 22. I'm an architectural drafter. So I came on the show today like I'm ready to find love. So I'm really excited.
Just so the guys can know a little bit more about you. What are some things like you do for fun?
Yeah, so a lot of like my spare time is usually spent with like my friends or my family, but like personally my own hobbies, like I've recently been getting into DJing. I don't do it in public yet, but and that's something like I like to do for fun, and like going to the gym, like that's just like my usual go-to right now.
Okay. All right. So we do have 5 single men on the other side of this curtain. I know they're just waiting to hear more about you and you more about them.
Absolutely.
And we do see here you have a set of questions.
I do.
And we're going to go through each round. You're going to ask them a couple of questions, whatever it is, get to know them. And after each round, I'm going to have you eliminate a guy until we are down to your match.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Guys, are we ready? Are we ready over there?
Most
Cool.
definitely.
Yes, yes.
Okay, they don't sound ready to me, but whatever. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and have you start with your first
Yeah.
question.
So my first question is like, can you state like a fun fact about yourself or just like anything like, to let me get to know you more?
Why my dumb tail thought she was about to say, "Can't you stand the rain?" I need to go to sleep. I didn't get that much sleep. I need to go sleep.
Let's start with your name and age as well. So we'll start with contestant number 1.
Hey, I'm contestant number 1. My name is Rich. I'm 25 years old. And I would say a fun fact for me would be being involved with kids. I love the community. So that's something that I'm most definitely interested in. Um, just being able to connect with children and to provide resources to people that are less fortunate.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really sweet.
And contestant number 2.
I'm contestant number 2. I'm Andre. I'm 30. A fun fact about me is I like to make clothes. I taught myself how to sew. I taught myself how to do for a lot of things. I like to be very hands-on with stuff.
And now
That's my
for
water bottle,
contestant
my
number
bad.
3.
He's
Contestant number
interesting.
3, my name is James. What I like to do is mobile bartend. I run my own mobile bartending business.
Okay.
Been doing that for about a year and a half, and
Okay.
I really enjoy it.
Now contestant number 4.
Okay.
Contestant number 4, my name is Tavier.
Hey, Tanya.
I love to make music, love
Mm.
all things music, love to go to concerts, festivals, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. And contestant number 5.
Hi, I'm contestant number 5. My name is Kai. A fun fact about me, I guess, I love cars. I'm also an entrepreneur. I just bought my first water and ice store.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That
What,
was a big
what
money.
kind of store?
Okay.
y'all
All
do?
right. Nice to meet you all. I'm
Yeah,
very
nice to
excited.
meet them.
Okay, go ahead and take it off with your next question for
Yeah.
them.
So definitely something I want to know about you guys is, have you ever cheated? And do you think it's like a deal breaker in a relationship?
Okay, we jumping right on in.
Yeah.
Let's start with
Getting
contestant number
serious.
1.
Contestant number 1, in my younger years, of course, cheating is something that you do because you learn in a relationship. But in the older years, I wouldn't say so. So no. And then a deal breaker, would cheating be a deal breaker? What form of cheating? If you're communicating with someone else, I kind of feel like
Oh,
I'm
my bad, y'all. My
someone
bad,
who
y'all.
is a great man. So I don't necessarily kind of wouldn't give in to that in a sense. But it's like, if you're so involved with me, there shouldn't be nobody else.
Okay.
Okay, contestant number 2.
Contestant number 2, no, I never cheated, and it's definitely a deal breaker with me. Like, I don't share.
All right, and contestant number 3.
Contestant number 3,
You know what? Believe it or not, there is a lot of men out there that don't cheat. There really is, ladies.
yes, I have cheated. I don't think it's a deal breaker. I feel like it depends on the relationship, working on it, getting through it together, and just growing. And if you guys got to go your separate ways or move forward with it together, then that's what you got to do.
Okay, contestant number 4.
Contestant number 4, honestly speaking, I don't understand the reason to cheat because,
Come
for
on.
me, I get in relationships because I, aspire that relationship. I want that relationship. So
Come on, Virgo is
personally, I haven't done that,
You
but
need Virgo
and I
teeth.
do think it's a deal breaker because if you've cheated once, you're probably gonna do it again. So
Come on.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
sorry. I
contestant
like
number
y'all
5.
now.
Contestant number 5, personally, I've never cheated. I do think it's a deal breaker because I feel like it's a choice. If you chose to make that decision, step out on me, you willingly and consciously make that decision. So you weren't thinking about me or how I would feel. So personally, it is a deal breaker for me because if it were me, I would just leave personally.
He said, I'm from
Okay.
Hesperia. We don't
All
play
right, let's
that.
go ahead and throw in one more question in this round, and then we're gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and
So my last question for this round is, how open are you to therapy and issues related to mental health in men?
okay, let's switch it up. Let's start with
Mhm.
contestant number 5 first.
Ooh, contestant number 5. Sorry. My parents
Mhm.
work in the behavioral health field, so I mean, I'm always open to.
Wow.
I'm kind of hip to it. I'm not against therapy. I just hope it's for the right reasons. It's not trying to prove a point or try and get
Come
over on somebody of pointing out their downfalls or where they lack. But I'm definitely down for it.
Okay, contestant number 4.
I'm contestant number 4. I think therapy
You know what? Contestant number 4 is giving me Casey and JoJo vibes. I bet he could sing. We gonna see him on a big screen, okay? I can't wait for his music to come out. It's gonna be just like his shirt lit.
He's very important for everybody. And personally speaking, I've dealt with some issues that, I needed therapy myself with, but didn't really go seek that. So I, feel like that's very important for everybody to do, to experience. So
Come on, black man.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Number 3.
Contestant number 3, I think mental health is really important, but
Yes.
I'm not the type to really go to therapy right now. I'm open to it, but I rather just communicate and see where it is with it.
Okay.
Contestant 2, I would say I'm open to it. I've actually been to therapy when I was in the military, so
All
yeah, it's
right, military.
definitely helped me out.
Benefit.
So I wouldn't mind going.
Throwing
Like
out
if I had a
benefit.
problem, I wouldn't mind going to seek therapy.
Okay.
Okay.
And number 1.
Contestant number 1, I'll say I'm most definitely open to therapy. I've been in therapy. I do social work as well, and so I'm helping people out all
Okay.
the time.
Yeah.
And so even healing journals, Black Man Healing Journals, if those individuals who never had one get one. So I'm all in support of mental health.
Oh,
All right. I know you heard a
really?
lot.
I did hear a lot.
I just need to stop there to go ahead and pin that I got a Black Man Healing Journey on eBay. And yeah, they are good. My reviews that I get from men purchasing or wives or girlfriend purchasing my books on eBay be 5-starring. Okay. I love that he mentioned that. Yes.
So unfortunately,
Get your man a journal, sis.
it is time where we do have to eliminate someone
Mhm.
from, our lineup of men.
Yeah.
From the 5 different
Oh,
guys we've heard, whose answers weren't you really resonating with?
I think for me, the person I wasn't
Ah.
resonating with the most was contestant number 3.
Okay.
Reasons
Oh,
are
yeah.
is the
Because
cheating and
Mm.
I don't think that's
therapy,
something in a relationship that you can necessarily jump
backpedal and
I'm sorry.
Like backpedal from,
Yeah,
like recover
I
from,
just
I
don't
guess.
think like that's something you can necessarily work through. So yeah, that's my reasoning. And
Okay, so we're eliminating contestant number 3.
contestant number 3.
Okay,
Yes.
contestant number 3, let's have you come on out.
come on over, boo. Show what you're working with. Show what you're working with.
You want to go right on over there. All right, so if you want to remind us of your name again.
James.
Okay, so James, she ended up eliminating you because of the cheating thing and all of that. If you want to kind of elaborate on what you stated a little bit more, or do you understand where she's coming from
I
as
understand
well?
where she's coming from. I
Yeah.
feel like it's a deal breaker for a lot of people. Like I said, it depends on the relationship.
Okay.
Fact.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Well, we do thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. I
so much.
Thank you
appreciate
for your
it.
time.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you as well.
Okay, that was our first elimination.
That was our first elimination.
Let's go ahead and move on to round 2. Hit them with their
Okay,
first
yeah.
question.
So my first question for the second round for you guys is, do you prefer a partner that's more similar to you or different?
Okay, let's start with
Kind of
contestant number
both.
1.
Kind of both.
Contestant number 1, I would say it kind of depends. I feel like differences can make each other better, but also those similarities are important as well because I want to do things with you. I want to go places with you, but we do have differences. Then I would be comfortable with learning what you like, and then you learning what I like, and then we do it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, contestant number 2.
Contestant number 2, I would say it kind of just depends on the relationship. Obviously, we would have to have some things that are different so that I would be able to get to know you and you would be able to get to know me. But on the other hand, we would definitely share some of the same things as well because I mean, if we're going to be working on something or a relationship, we are obviously going to have some of the same interests, but it's kind of going to go both ways.
All right, and contestant number 4.
I didn't like that.
I'm contestant number 4. I'll just say, pretty similar to these guys. It does really depend for me.
Can we note that he put lotion on his knees? Thank you.
I find like the more you're similar.
And can we also check out the skin curl, especially, baby? I bet you it's Vaseline. Vaseline is the trick. Brothers, get some Vaseline. Period. Point blank. Period.
Similar with somebody, the more you can connect with them. So for me, I like to make music and do all things music related. So I like to go to concerts, festivals, do fun things. You know what I mean? And if you're not into that, it might just, it might hinder, our relationship just slightly. But I'm open to anything, to be honest with you. So
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
number 5.
Contest number 5. I'm kind of agree with everybody else. I do like the mix of the two, but I do like having
I like
differences.
that
I feel like me
question.
personally, I like to hear like a different side of a story or a different view. Especially me, I'm very used to kind of hearing people being the same idea. So I like hearing that, that other perspective on it, personally. But yeah.
See, some of these you
All
get a
right,
little
good
deeper.
responses. Let's hit him with
Yeah.
another
Get a
question.
little
Okay,
deeper.
so my second question for you guys is what sets you apart from other men in today's dating culture?
Okay.
Okay. Let's switch it up. Let's start in
I
the middle
like
of the
that a
lineup.
little.
Let's start with number 2.
All right, contestant number 2. I would say what makes me different is I'm pretty hands-on, and you don't have to tell me stuff. Like I pay attention to detail. And then like my background and just things that I've been through. As far as like growing up around women, I was brought up around women, so like I just kind of I have more of a caring side. I'm not just like out here just with no feelings, or like I actually think about my actions and stuff, and I'm the type like I don't do stuff that I don't want done to me, because like I take things to the heart. So once I'm not feeling a certain way about you anymore, like it ain't no coming back from that. So I kind of try to keep that in mind as far as like how I'm moving
What
too,
y'all think his
so I
zodiac
wouldn't want
sign
to do
is?
anything that I wouldn't want you to do to me, pretty much.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And let's hear from number 5.
A sweetheart's rope, so sweet, you'll pucker.
Sweetheart.
Sweethearts, dare to combine.
Chat.
Moving
I
in
love
together,
a
keep or
sweetheart.
cube your extras.
That's
Cute.
cute, man. I like that
Cute.
mirror.
What sets me aside, I feel like I'm my own person. So as far as like making decisions or just really, I feel like I've gotten as far as I've gotten based off my own experience and my own decisions I make. I'm not easily influenced, and if it's something I want to do, I'm gonna do it. Obviously consideration to like who I'm with, but I'm not like a follower, and I make my own way, my own motion. So if I mess up, that's on me. I don't have to like drag anybody.
My bad. If y'all hear somebody in the background, I have family over and they have their 4 bear babies with them. So you may hear them in the background, but let's get back to the show.
Down with me, like I don't know, open my own 2 businesses by myself. I bought my dream car at 24. I just feel like I've just been moving at my own pace, doing my own thing. So I'm not really into like the other limelight or anything like that.
Okay. And number 4.
Contestant number 4. Ultimately, what makes me different is that I'm looking for marriage, to be real. Somebody I can build with, grow with, have kids with, spend the rest of my life with. So this is not just like a dating show for me. It's like, I want to get to know you. I want to know what you like, what you don't like. And hopefully, the connection builds and builds and builds, so we, can further that relationship and ultimately just grow together in harmony on one accord. So
Okay.
Yeah.
And contestant number 1.
Contestant number
Copy
1.
written, so don't copy me.
I would say for me, just attention to detail. I think what makes me different is just I enjoy paying attention to detail, being deliberate in what I do. And so with that being said, like everything that we're going to set out to do, we're going to be the best to do it. So whatever dreams you have, we're going to conquer those. Whatever dreams I have, we're going to conquer those. And just like contestant 4 said, you date to marry. So that's the intention. And so with the intentionality and us coming together, what's stopping us?
Okay.
He said, yeah,
All
one.
right. Let's throw
That's
one more
how he
question
put
into
his
this
hand
round.
upon
Okay,
his
so
hip. He said, yeah.
another question I want to know from you guys is what do you think is your biggest red flaw or flag?
Okay. Let's start with contestant number 1.
Contestant number 1, my biggest red flag, it would be my heart. My heart put me in bad spots of just kind of people who do me wrong to be able to continue on and love them. And I think sometimes they can get you taken advantage of.
Okay.
Mm.
Contestant number 2.
Contestant number 2, I would say the same thing, kind of like just my heart for real. Like I
Mm.
be just too caring, and like I look past a lot of stuff. I give
Mhm.
way too many second chances, and like I like to be for my people. So if I mess with you, I'm gonna give you 1,000 chances before I really just be like, all right, I'm done. So that's kind of like my biggest flaw right there.
Okay. Number 4.
I'm not trying to steal their answers or anything, but honestly, it is my heart because I feel like I'm a very nice person sometimes, and then that kind of comes off and rubs off in the wrong way with certain people.
Ooh.
So I just try to avoid doing that. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute.
Because
Let
whoever
me
I'm
listen. Let
dating
me see
or
what Mr. Hysteria got to
pursuing
say
to
first.
marry, that's who I want to be with. So I don't want anything else
Shout out
to
to
come in
Hysteria.
between that. So yeah, I'll just say
Not
it's
pouring
my
out yet.
heart, my caring nature. It's how my family is. It's how I grew up. So can't help it, but I'm working on it.
Okay. And
Okay.
our last guy, contestant number 5.
Contestant number 5, I feel like for me, it's probably gonna be like my personality. I'm a people's person, so I do network, and it's easy for me to talk to people and kind of like get my way. I meet myself into a room.
I am happy he did not say his heart because sometimes people that's just too nice will allow people to just run over them, just like the first 3 was saying. And sometimes those people that run over them can be their exes. Still dealing with their exes. So yeah, that would kind of scare me. So if I was sis, my mind would be on eliminating these right here. Like, which one of these am I going to let go?
I feel like that, especially for if I'm gonna be with somebody, I feel like they have to be able to understand that and know that like I'm not like a quiet person, so I am gonna be out networking. And I feel like, they just have to be strong enough and, have enough security to be able to withstand that and then know that I do talk. I'm not like a very quiet person. It's gotten me into rooms I wouldn't have gotten if I was
Come on.
quiet. So
Come
I
on.
just
You
feel like
better
it's easy to
preach.
be respected. Like, if I'm moving a certain way and I'm trying to do certain things, I expect you to understand that and allow me to do what I need to do to make sure we're good.
Just as long as you communicate
All
that,
right,
bro.
guys,
Just
that was round
communicate
2.
that, okay?
Round 2.
So it's
Let
time
her
to
know
eliminate
beforehand what you're
someone. Who
moving.
are you leaning towards eliminating?
Once everything's perfectly organized,
Yeah, what
I'll
we gonna
start
do?
working on my thesis.
Okay, please.
I am leaning towards contestant number 1. I'm just kind of not feeling that initial draw to him.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my reasoning today.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have you stand on over there, and
It's getting
let's go
tough,
ahead and bring
bruh.
out contestant number 1. Hello.
Hey.
You can remind us of your name again.
Rich.
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 Okay, Rich. So
Rich
she ended up
Roll.
eliminating you. I think she said she
Yeah.
wasn't really feeling your responses. How do you feel now that you've seen her? How do you feel now that you've seen him? Like, what's
Yeah.
going through your heads?
I mean, very beautiful. I mean, you got to be
Thank you.
yourself and be honest. So that's how I move.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Was there anything specific he said that you were like, oh no?
No, I think I was just kind of leaning more towards other responses
Okay.
versus his. So obviously, I don't want to waste your time if I'm not getting that initial like impression or spark. So that's my reasoning today.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much
All
for
right,
coming
thank
on,
you.
Rich.
Appreciate
All
y'all.
right, let's go ahead and move on up. All right, so we are now left with contestant number 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, we're down to
I
our
like
3
this one,
remaining
Arlette.
guys.
This
Let's
so
go ahead and
Yeah.
go on
confusing.
to
So
round 3.
my first question for you guys will be like, what is your favorite pastime?
I mean, I like the other one too, but I
Okay,
just really
let's start
like
with
this.
contestant number 2.
My favorite pastime would be working on my businesses. Like so I own a clothing line, so I like to make clothes. I make a lot of clothes from scratch. I like to think of a lot of new designs for upcoming seasons and stuff.
Let me go ahead and plug this in as well. My nephew have his own clothing line. Check it out, Tycoon Kilo. That is Tycoon as in Ty. I'm laughing at myself because the way I just stopped. Tyco. I'm sorry, TYCOON KELO. Again, TYO Why I keep saying O? TYCO. It's time for me to go to bed. TYCOONKELO. Taco Kilo. Check it out.com. Check it out.
If I want to drop, I also breed French Bulldog, so I be with my dogs a lot.
Is he? Does he know my nephew? My nephew be breeding too. Does he know my nephew? I'm gonna have to give my nephew and ask him because I think he knows my nephew. I think he knows my nephew. But yeah, I'm gonna plug it in again. TYCOONKELO. TacoonKilo.com.
Or I do trucking as well, so I own a trucking company, so I like to take a drive. I'll take a drive at night and pretty much just get out, see the
I love late
scenery,
night drive.
relax, just enjoy my time, peaceful time. I kind of like to just be in my own little area, just doing my own thing, not too much going out or anything. I like to find activities or something, or really just work on myself for real. If I'm gonna pass time, I at least want to work on myself and go ahead further, continue chasing my goals and getting to where I want to go.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear from contestant number 4.
I would say my favorite pastime is traveling. I really, really, really love to travel. Because there's so much beauty in traveling.
Yes,
Get to meet
please.
new people, network, try new cuisines and all that different kind of stuff. And I like to do a lot of adrenaline.
Baby, why I thought he said China cuisine. It is time for me to go to bed. Okay, so the night before last night, I got probably 2.5 hours of sleep. And then last night, I only got 1 and something. Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of out of it.
Rushing things while I'm traveling or while I'm at home too. But yeah, I would just say overall I really, really love to travel and go see new things, different things, because the world is so big and there's so many people in the world. So it's like, why not experience it, and learn it for yourself. And it also opens your mind to
Yes, it
new
does.
things, new
Yes.
people, how they act versus how you act, because a lot of us can be very, very limited to our current situations or environments.
You better speak on
And
it.
that's one thing I dislike, is to just have a one-sided mind. I like to be open to all people, understand all people. So traveling helps me open up and learn new things, see new things, taste new things, do new things, all the above.
Okay, thank
You better
you.
speak
And
on it.
let's-
And I'm gonna go ahead and add this in since we talked about my nephew's clothing line. He does have a shirt like this. He does has a pants and a short outfit that's similar to this, just without the dots. So yes, again, go check him out at Tacoon Kilo. That's TYCOONKELO.com. Okay. Yeah.
Let's hear from contestant number 5.
Contest number 5. I do love the gym. I feel like that's like the greatest outlet in the world. I feel like we deal with all types of problems every day in our lives. I just feel like we all need to have a good positive outlet. Besides that, I'm gonna go back to my car. I love my car. I bought a Hellcat. I love it. It's the best thing in the world. I do like what contestant number 4 said, traveling. Traveling is great. It's nice to see the world, especially for how big it is. Especially when you live like in a local area and you haven't really been out, you don't understand how big the world is. Like when I went to Paris, opened my mind. I'm like, yo, this is real. Like this world is a real thing. So definitely the gym, my car, and traveling for sure. Pastime.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Very,
definitely felt them
very.
on the traveling part as well.
Mm.
Me myself, I've been to 26 countries.
Okay.
So I completely understand. I think it definitely opens your mind to
Yeah.
new worlds and just gets yourself out of that bubble of, living here in the US.
Exactly.
Like, so yeah, it was really great to hear.
Nice.
My next question for you guys though is, if you could take me anywhere on a first date, where would you choose and why?
Wow, I just built the most
Ooh.
amazing workflow on Monday.com.
You build your own workflow? Why? There
Huh.
are a bunch of amazing pre-made templates.
She did her
Okay,
homework.
let's start with contestant number 4.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like doing things that build core memories for us. So
Come on, core
Um,
memories
I know how to
inside
cook,
out.
so I'd like to cook for you. take you home. You know, we can go to the movies, do whatever activity we both enjoy doing together. I definitely want to do that.
Festival.
But apart from that, you know, if that's not something that's in the picture, I would say, you know, a fancy dinner because we gotta pop out because you know
Pop
we
out and
that
show.
we that couple. But other than that, you know, picnic in the park is cool too.
Yes.
You know, I can cook some food. We can go to
Come
the
on,
park,
cook.
you know, enjoy that, watch the sunset, you know,
Romantic.
nature, all that good stuff. So I'll just say anything that's really building core memories. Whoever I'm getting
Oh,
to
core
know,
memory.
I want to know what you
Shout
like.
out.
So by the time we're
Yeah.
doing these dates and things like that, I will already have like a mental picture of what's gonna make you smile, what's gonna make you laugh, and all that stuff. So
Okay.
Okay,
All right, let's
good
go ahead and
answer,
hear
good
from
answer.
contestant number 5.
Contestant number 5 for a first date. I like to have fun, and especially if I don't know you, don't know me. We need to meet on a neutral ground. So I would probably find like a little cool speakeasy, trying to show you a little something different, you know, a little hole in the wall type of vibe. Yeah, I like them speakeasies. There's a few of them out here, so definitely probably there, a restaurant, something. I mean, yeah, I'd probably go the speakeasy route and get a little snack. Be cool.
Okay. And contestant number 1. I'm sorry, contestant number 2.
Contestant number 2, it would kind of just depend, you know, once we started texting and I kind of felt the vibe, kind of see which way I would more lean towards. But I would say something like outdoors, you know, like something cool, like cool vibe, something not too, you know, nothing like no club or nothing, or, you know, just something that we could both at least have a conversation
If I was sis, based on the answers so far, it would be out of these two. But let's see.
at and, you know, like enjoy the vibe and, you know, see some scenery or something. You know, might go somewhere. It might be a little something fun at the end of the night, like, you know, like some arcade type vibe or some type of activity or something that, you know, we could just
Something
chill out,
fun.
hang out, nothing too much high pressure, nothing, something relaxed, you know, so we can actually get to know each other and it's not, you know, so much pressure and so tense, you know, just come and have fun and, you know, just really feel each other out.
All right, we have one more question for this round.
So my final question for this round is, why do you think most relationships fail today?
Good
Okay,
question.
let's start with contestant number 2.
I love that question. I would say social media for sure. Social media is like it has everyone thinking it's just so much out there that it's not. And then like a lot of people are really just into the hype right now. Everyone is just so focused on not missing out on something and they think that they're gonna miss out on something. So it like kind of tends to make people do things that you know you weren't even normally do or even really want to do, but you just don't want to miss out and you want to be a part of the vibe or the whatever scene is going on. So I would definitely say like social media is a
That
part
is
and like
interesting.
just, you know, like not being
Now, do y'all think that that's a sign of like insecurity though? Like, if you have a social media and your spouse is like tripping because of what somebody said under your post, or should you? I don't know. Like, I can get it, but then I don't get it because I'm not an insecure person. And my thing is, if my man is attractive and he has a lot of women liking his pictures or whatever, or commenting, as long as he's controlling that and no one's being disrespectful, like, okay, yeah. And he ain't hiding me. Period. We don't do that here. No.
present versus being, you know, just in a whole nother world and stuff.
And them same girls better like them pictures that I'm on too. Now let me hit play.
Instead of being where you are.
And contestant number 5.
Contestant number 5, I'm definitely gonna agree on the social media part. I also think music has a part to play into this. I feel like nobody really thinks for themselves nowadays, and it's like somebody's favorite artist says something, they're gonna automatically believe it and go through it. And I just feel like it's just not like, for example, if you go out,
You
you're
better
gonna see the same
preach.
people going out. But if you look at it on social media, it looks lit. But if you see him at
You
the club,
better
they're just standing
preach.
around.
Baby, he done jump back in the game. I don't know who I will pick out of those 3 now. Baby, what he just said, baby, he just preached.
Kinda like just doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it looks cool, but if you're really there, if you really know what's going on, you're gonna be like, yo, it's not really what's going on. So I definitely agree. Social media and music is just jading everybody's minds. And it's not how the real world works.
Nope.
It's just not. So social media and music is what I'm gonna say. Nobody really
Hmm.
thinks for themselves anymore.
Okay. And contestant number 4.
I'll keep it short, but basically, I'll say lack of communication. It's very, very big to communicate when you're in a relationship, because when you think about it, you're gonna get married to this person, hopefully, and if that happens, things aren't always gonna be so bright. So the best way to solve those issues, those problems, is to communicate. And I found like a lot of my friends, a lot of people I'm around, have problems with the relationships just because they're going to other people to talk about this and that their significant other
Baby, I don't
did.
know who she
And
gonna
it's like,
I'm
if you would have just went to your significant other the
baby,
first
I'm
time,
thrilled on
you
the
probably wouldn't have had that
at
issue,
first
that
I was
problem,
like these
whatever the
two.
case may be. You could have
But baby,
solved
he
it
done made a
in the blink
comeback
of an
on that.
eye. But because you decided to go to social
Oh.
media, like my boy said,
Who she
or
y'all, who she gonna pick?
go to you listen to the music and let that influence you, or whatever the case may be,
Who she gonna
it's
pick?
like it's not gonna work, even if you don't do those things and you don't have communication. You got to have communication overall.
Oh, sis, who you gonna pick,
New
girl?
Sweet Tarts Gummies Fruity Splits.
Gummies.
Dare to combine.
Wait a minute, I didn't know they was talking about the gummies.
Are you looking for a new fence or gate for your home or property? Type in your address and drop the red pins.
All right. It is the end of this round.
It is the end of the round.
I know those are pretty good responses.
These are great responses.
Unfortunately, we do have to get rid of one of those guys. We got to eliminate him.
So the person I'm picking this round
Who
to
you gonna
eliminate will
pick
be
to eliminate,
contestant
girl?
number 2.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to have you stand on over there.
Not bum, bum, bum,
And
bum,
contestant number 2, let me
bum,
have you
bum,
come
bum,
on
bum,
out.
bum, 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 bum,
All right, you can stand right
bum,
over
bum,
there.
bum, bum.
Okay, so why did we lean towards eliminating contestant number 2?
I think for me, when it came around to that date question, I kind of feel like it was not really like a lot of effort thought or put into it when it came to what could possibly be done. But that's just me. Like, I'm definitely like a more outgoing girl, I feel like. So I don't know. I just feel like
Just wanted a
I
little
didn't really
more-
resonate that much with your answer today.
Okay. All right. And then, sorry, if you can remind us of your name again.
Andre.
Again, I'm gonna just go ahead and put this in my nephew. You have a clothing line. Tycoon Kilo, that's TYCOONKELO.com. And he does have an outfit just like this. Very, very similar. It just don't have all the dots, okay? And he has a shorts outfit that's like this. And also he has it with a shirt. Yeah. Yeah. Let me hit play.
Oh, Andre, you don't got a mic?
I got it.
Oh, there you go.
Andre.
Andre, okay. Well, Andre, we do thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank
It was nice
Thank
meeting
you.
you, Andre.
Okay, we are in our
We did.
final
I'm
round.
too, girl.
Final round. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on to our questions. We do have contestant 4 and 5 left. So let's
Okay.
get in with the first question.
So what I would like to know is, what is the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Ooh, okay. Contestant number 4.
I've done a lot of spontaneous things. So, for example, I drove myself across the country, changed my life. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, originally from Kenya, but I moved to LA and I drove myself over there to pursue my dreams and my career. But I will say the biggest thing I've done was, I would say, well, I'm gonna give you 2. I flew out of the country alone to London, had the best experience of my life. But the biggest thing I wanted to say was I jumped off like one of the buildings in Las Vegas. It's called the Strat Tower.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really boosted my confidence. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I can do anything. Like I'm
Mm.
fearful. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Contestant number 5. Let's hear from you.
Contestant number 5. Geez. The most spontaneous thing I think I've ever done was kind of the same thing he did. Traveled a little bit. Went to Paris for a week, then took a train to Amsterdam. There for a week. You know, that traveling stuff and going out the country was really just a nice break from everything. But that's probably the most spontaneous thing. I was like, yeah, let me get my passport, start checking off these countries, getting these stamps. Went to Jamaica too, but nothing compared. I was out in Paris for Fashion Week, so I was like, I gotta go. I need to get lit, and that's what I did.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say is the most spontaneous thing you've done?
Oh wow.
So I wasn't expecting
You gotta
this.
say it now, girl.
I feel like I've done a lot in my life, but kind of piggybacking off of like them is just definitely being able to solo travel as well as like with my best friend. We actually share the same birthday. So we
Aw.
always travel together, and I feel like my times with her are just always so grand, and I'm so appreciative of the time we have together. So I would say like my times with her is always just so spontaneous. It's just I love it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and start off with that second question.
So my second question is like, what's a long-term goal you guys would like to achieve?
Okay, let's start with contestant 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. Contestant number 5. Definitely financial freedom. I do not like stress. I mean, I know it's a part of like everyday life, but I know like me personally, I like to, have a good time. So I would love to be. I understand financial freedom is not necessarily like super duper tin, but I would love to just be able to do whatever I want. I just feel like I don't want to stress about bills, yada yada. So I definitely think a long term goal is to get myself good now. So in the long run, I don't really have to worry about stuff like like I said, I just bought my dream car at 24. I'm about to be 25, so I kind of lets you know where I plan on heading. So I'm just like, I don't really care about, the fun stuff now. Like I can do that later on if I just play on my cards right. So right now it's time to grind and build my legacy. So when I do decide to settle down, have kids and everything, I can do that without, really having to worry about it. So definitely financial freedom for sure.
Okay, contestant number 4.
Honestly, I'm really, really, really interested in building a family because that's just something I didn't grow up with like a lot around me. As far as like intermediate family, I didn't grow up with a lot of that around me, but I have always had like cousins and aunties and uncles and stuff around me. But ultimately, it's just getting to where God wants me to be urgently because life is really, really short.
He don't
And
want
when you
sis.
think about it, there really
He don't want sis. He don't want sis.
is no time. Like, there's no time at all to do anything. So I just want to do everything that I'm supposed to do, everything that I'm meant to do while I'm here.
Come on.
And I want to succeed and strive to that at the fullest of my capabilities, basically.
He don't want sis.
Okay.
All right, next question.
So my final question for this round is, how do you like to show your affection to the people you care about?
Okay, contestant number 4.
Quality time. Whoever I love is someone that I want to be around. So
He don't want sis.
if that's you, then I just want to be around you and spoil you, treat you to what you like to do. But that goes vice versa.
You
we
know
do that.
what he said? He said treat you to what you like to do, not treat you like a queen. Not treat. He got personal. He came on the left and the right field. He said treat you to what you like to be treated to. Catch that tease. Catch that. I like him. Sis, he's the one. Let me hit play.
That towards each other, which builds a better relationship versus one person just doing something. But honestly, it's quality time. Getting to know my partner, because you can never know someone 100%. There's always something that you're going to miss or something that you need to know that you didn't know, something you can do better. And I know everyone likes attention.
When the
Everyone,
album coming
in
out, I
general.
just want to
So
support him.
showing that girl, that woman attention is very important for me because I know without that, there's a lot of problems that can, that can hinder your relationship and whatever the case may be. And I don't want any problems in my relationship. So it's just quality time, attention, and yeah, just love and care, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear from contestant 5.
I think for me, showing my affection, like I said, I was raised a certain way. So it's definitely going to be, I hate to say it, a little bit more on the materialistic side. I'm definitely in tune with my affections and obviously being able to speak. But I know me, like I said, I like nice things. So if you buy me some nice thing, that's my love language. So I'm going to
Ain't nothing wrong with
reciprocate that
that.
to you as well as, as well as a verbal and like, like reassure you side. Quality time for sure. It's just, I like
Really
you
can't
buy
go
your
wrong
bag
with
or
either
something,
one of
but
them. But
that's
I
only if you
really
my
like
girl. That's only
this
you my
answer.
girl though. Like no, whatever. So, but definitely I look nice. I want you to look nice. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of
Okay.
it.
I like that. But
So,
All right.
he said, I look nice. I want you to look nice. Baby, I don't know who she gonna pick. Because some men out here don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about how that girl be looking. Just as long as she put it in the bed, okay? As long as she put it in the bed. I don't know who she gonna pick. Sis, I feel for you.
Tough one.
We're down to our last 2 guys.
Our last 2 men.
I don't know. I
Elimination
don't know now.
time. Which one out of these 2 contestants, all of the responses really resonated with you? You loved what you heard, whatever it may be. Which one out of these 2 are we eliminating?
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you
What
gotta
is
know.
Too slow.
I think for me, it'll be contestant number 5.
Okay.
I think overall, I was kind of leaning towards the other person more, and just like the attention to detail and just like the intention of what you want going into a relationship and building that bond with the person. So I think the other person's answers resonated with me more versus contestant number 5 today.
All right. then
Both
I have
great.
You can go ahead and stand on over there. All right, contestant number 5, come on out.
Look, man.
All right, I'll have you stand there. Okay, if you want to remind us of your name again.
Hi, my name is Kai.
Hi, okay. So you did end up eliminating him. Was there anything specific he said that you were like, oh, you know what? I'm definitely going to steer more
say the
towards
dating
contestant number
part
4.
is what got me.
I think it was
first
kind
date.
of your last comment on my final answer in terms of the materialistic. I love gifts. I love giving gifts to my friends and my family. It's also another love language of mine, but I think like that bond is much more important to me than the other stuff.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said I was like, I was raised a certain way, so like I understand my
Yeah.
view is gonna be a little different, but
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Okay. Stay right on
Okay.
there, girl. Okay. So you did
ready,
end up
boo?
picking
Yeah.
contestant number
Yeah.
4. So let's go ahead and bring out your match. Come on out. Hello.
How are you?
I'll have you just stand over
Sherelle.
here.
Sherelle, I'm
Sherelle.
Tavia.
Tavia,
Tay.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
Thank
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
you.
So I know you said a lot of his responses like really resonated with you. What really like sealed the deal for you?
I just think like how I don't know, the way you articulated things, like that's just kind of how even I would respond to some of like my answers I asked today. And also your view on like mental health and everything, like that's so important to me. I'm a big advocacy for therapy. So yeah, I think that's just my final,
Okay.
I was just
Y'all
like,
think
okay,
they
like I
gonna
think
like
I'm
him?
leaning
Think
more
she like the
towards
way he
this way. And
look?
I think like just as we went on, that's just kind of sealed the deal for me.
All right.
Y'all
So
think
now
the
you see your
physical is
day. How are you
Yeah.
feeling? How are you feeling, sir?
Mr. Money Man. I'm just playing, no, but she's a beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
I loved your responses too when she did ask you, some questions. I really like your vibe and everything like that. You have a beautiful smile as well.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, so
He does
We're real
too.
happy.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear about this follow up.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope we get lots of dates and we hear
Okay.
good stuff.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
really, really
Well,
happy
thank
for
you
you
to
too.
Can we go
Yeah.
skydiving?
Oh.
Just playing.
Perhaps.
All right. You guys keep going on.
Thank you.
you.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this episode of Blind Date Love. If you'd like to be featured in any of our upcoming episodes, the submission form will be linked in the description box below. Make sure you go ahead and fill that out to be
that was
considered.
it,
And make
y'all.
sure you like.
That was it. So what y'all think about the new show? I like it. It's short, straight to the point. Even with my sleepy self, child, let me get some sleep. We are less than an hour. I love y'all. Like I always say, remember to treat people with kindness because you never know what they're going through. Bye.